What's up everyone, I'm Dan and thanks to P-Cube for the review code for Beyond the Ice Palace 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 revives a classic, and while I haven't played the original game, I didn't feel like I needed to. The story is relatively thin, primarily serving as a backdrop for the action rather than a compelling narrative drive. That being said, what Beyond the Ice Palace 2 lacks in depth, it makes up for with gothic aesthetics, haunting synth-driven music and an engaging gameplay loop. One of the standout elements of the game is its soundscape. The eerie, gothic synth soundtrack is one of the best aspects of the experience. It perfectly complements the dark fantasy setting, creating an immersive atmosphere that heightens the game's mystique. The visuals also do an excellent job of bringing the world to life with detailed pixel art, parallax scrolling and dynamic foreground elements adding to the sense of depth and place. The game wears its Castlevania inspiration on its sleeves, offering a blend of action platforming with light Metroidvania elements. You play as the Cursed King, a fallen ruler bound in chains who now wields them as both a weapon and a grappling tool for traversing the kingdom. The combat is simple but engaging, featuring a variety of enemies that require different strategies to defeat. Some foes even require a finishing move, using the R button to dispatch them permanently, adding an extra layer of strategy. However, the chain mechanic, while interesting, can feel cumbersome at times. Using the chain to grapple onto rings for traversal doesn't always work as smoothly as it should, often resulting in frustrating moments where the intended action doesn't execute properly. The platforming can also feel slightly imprecise, with inconsistent ledge grabs and unpredictable swinging mechanic that sometimes launches you in an unintended direction. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 encourages exploration, featuring numerous hidden areas and secret treasures to uncover. The level design, while largely linear, does incorporate some Metroidvania-like elements, requiring you to return to previous areas with new abilities. The game's fast travel system is a nice touch, allowing you to not only teleport between different points on the map, but also save any gold you've collected, which can be used for upgrades and purchases. The inclusion of respawning enemies when re-entering areas can maybe be a bit of a hit and miss for some players. On one hand, it provides ample opportunity to farm resources, but on the other, it can make backtracking feel repetitive and tedious. Some of the mini-boss encounters are also hit or miss, with certain fights feeling more like padding rather than meaningful challenges. Combat feels solid for the most part, with a dodge mechanic that slows down time when executed properly, allowing for counterattacks. However, unlike similar mechanics in other games, the counter doesn't feel as impactful here and is mostly used for avoiding unblockable attacks rather than delivering devastating blows. The game features an upgrade system where you can invest gemstones into different attributes. However, the system isn't as intuitive as it could be, with vague descriptions making it unclear what certain upgrades do until you invest in them. A more clearer skill tree with detailed explanations would have helped a little bit more here. Boss battles, however, are a highlight with some truly impressive designs. The mini-bosses, by contrast, feel less inspired, often recycling the same enemy types with simple attack patterns. At around 4 to 6 hours in length, a bit longer if you want to collect everything, I felt the overall experience didn't quite stand out enough in a genre filled with strong contenders. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 is a good action platformer with a strong atmosphere and fantastic music, but it doesn't do enough to elevate itself above its flaws. The imprecise platforming, cumbersome grappling mechanics, and lack of a truly engaging story hold it back from greatness. However, if you are a fan of Castlevania inspired games, you will definitely find some enjoyment here. Those looking for a more polished and refined experience may be left wanting more. Beyond the Ice Palace 2 is out now on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $16.99 in the UK and $19.99 in the US. Big thanks to you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've played this one, let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and until next time.